on, everybody? Devil's Advocate here. Where in the hell is Nancy Pelosi? Where is she at? I was wondering how come we hadn't heard from this woman, because she's always seems to be front and center. And you can't avoid her even if you tried. But I thought that this was interesting. Let's go ahead and play this video clip real quick. This is on January 11th. Real short clip. Let's just take a good listen.
Washington, D.C., January 11th, 2021. I hereby appoint the Honorable Debbie Dingell to act as Speaker pro tempore on this day. Signed, Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Wow. So, with that said, when's the last time does anybody recall Nancy Pelosi not being available as Speaker of the House? I can't recall any circumstance. I'm not going to sit there and hold myself to the idea that maybe she didn't need a substitution at some point. But what I'm saying is that usually on every important matter, especially think about the times we're in right now, right? You know, with almost 30,000 troops in the D.C. area, you know, we got barbed wire fences going up in preparation of the inauguration, even though it's supposed to be mostly virtual. That's a completely different conversation about all that weirdness going on. But you would think that, like, in these, pivotal times, there wouldn't be an instance where she would not be present, because she seems to be present for just about everything else. But since that storming of the Capitol, and since her laptop has gone missing that had apparently nothing important on it, she's been kind of MIA for the past, 4 days now? Nobody's seen from her. Nobody's heard from her. So, I don't know. Sounds a little suspicious to me. What I also find suspicious is the governments that are resigning over the last couple days. What we got here? We got I messed up English. We have the Kuwait government submitted its recognition on the 12th of January due to economic crisis or something, some garbage like that. We have the Dutch government resigning in connection with child welfare scandals on the 15th of January. And we have the Russian government resigning. That was announced somewhere in the window between 15th and the 16th of January. So, what's up with all of these government resignations literally days before the inauguration, the presidential inauguration of Joe Biden? I haven't figured it out yet, but I did think it was interesting where Putin pretty much stated that the Russian government turnover, so to speak, was going to be complete, and he was going to step down in 2024. When I thought of that year, 2024, I was like, wait. Doesn't that line up just a little too good with the 2025 deadline that I originally spoke about in my initial video? of this realigning of the governments and to try to consolidate power into this one world government type movement, and that the year 2025 was supposed to be a pivotal shift where you're going to start seeing some dramatic, I guess, some dramatic like turns and shifts where it becomes very evident that things are going to start being controlled. Much larger territory is going to be starting to be controlled by a smaller group of people, or I want to say a more consolidated organization. And I just thought that was interesting that the announcement was made in the last couple of days, but the transition is supposed to be fully enacted, and he steps down by the year 2024. Now he doesn't say that he's relinquishing power, but apparently his position is transitioning into something else where he still has power, but it's somewhere it's front and center, somewhere kind of like behind the scenes, but still. Nonetheless, right? So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, Nancy Pelosi's missing. Apparently, rumor on the street is that she's arrested. I can't confirm that. Who knows, right? Nearly 30,000 troops in the D.C. area. Several feet high fences being put up with barbed wire around the top. Almost like it's a setup. Like if you look at it, the optics of it looks like it's more arranged to keep people from getting out instead of to keep people from getting in. I mean, these soldiers, they're not carrying pepper spray and stun guns. These soldiers are walking around with, I believe, six full magazines. I mean, these guys are fully packed and ready to rock and roll. Like, I feel like I don't even know what we're about to see anymore. Because you would think when both sides, when Biden's campaign or Biden's side of the fence says this is going to be a virtual inauguration and don't come to the Capitol, and Trump's administration says, hey, we don't need any protesting out there, stay out of that Capitol, and we got all these helicopters and shit flying around the DC area, something just doesn't seem right to me. This doesn't just seem like some kind of just an inauguration process. Think about it. When Donald Trump was inaugurated in 2016, there were riots and stuff all in D.C. They didn't do all this. And he was supposed to be an illegitimate president too back then. They didn't have all this, freaking several feet high fences with barbed wire on top of it, and tens of thousands of troops. There are more troops in D.C. now than in Iraq. Like, that's legit. We got more troops in D.C. than we have in Iraq and Afghanistan. But we're at a point now where I don't even know what to expect anymore. Like, part of me says that this is just, maybe Trump taking action to just, as a demonstration that, like, he wants to ensure, like an over demonstration to ensure a peaceful transition of power. But part of my brain is saying that this is a stage. This is a staging event. We're only the most important people that are part of the inauguration are supposed to be present in D.C. Wouldn't it be something if they say, look, no, we don't need any citizens there. No citizens are allowed. Stay out. And Trump says, I'm not going to be present at the inauguration. And I was like, whoa, maybe he's not going to be president because he doesn't want to be part of an illegitimate transfer of power, right? An illegitimate presidency, right? I don't want to be part of that. But I was like, maybe he's not going to be there because maybe they're going to flip the script and they're going to arrest all those assholes in D.C. right there during the inauguration process. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Checkmate. Because it looks like, it looks like martial law down there. That's what it looks like. I don't know I don't know what else to call it. Like if you look at everything that's going on, if you look at everything that's being put into place, if you look at all the recommendations and the requirements that they're putting down on the area, it looks like martial law. But it's not being announced as martial law. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, it's like, I'm not sitting here. I never counted out Donald Trump. I never said that, oh man, he's going to quit and give up. I just said that I look at information for what it is, for as far as I can see it, and I make a call based on what I'm able to observe. And now what I'm observing now, I'm like, shit. The market, the stock market, went down several thousands of dollars in closing after a pretty strong rally over the week. And then everything starts tanking a little bit. Not really tanking, but dropping considerably, considering that just days before it was doing so well. I understand that correction is necessary, but it looked a little bit more than just a correction. So I'm thinking to myself, does this dude have a plan all along? And the sudden declassification of what was over a foot high of documents with the whole Obamagate scandal and all that other stuff. He's like, look, all this stuff is going to be declassified right before I arrest all you motherfuckers. That would be great. That would be great. That'd be great. He's like, I'm staying out of DC. I am going to be operating remotely from Texas. And the thing is, even if something just think about it. Donald Trump is banned from social media. So all we have to go off of is pure speculation right now because he can't even tweet anything anymore. He can't, granted, even when he tried to do a press message, think about this. Even when he tried to do a press message or, speak publicly, YouTube was censoring those videos too. They don't want Donald Trump to be visible online anywhere. So everything that we're having to do right now is complete it's in complete darkness. It's in speculation. So it's pure speculation. And not to say that a lot of it wasn't speculation to begin with, but at least based on some of the stuff Donald Trump would say, you can kind of rule out certain things, but now we don't know. We just don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see right here, what, in about 4 days? We'll see in 4 days. Well, that's all I got. That's all I got for you guys. That's all I have for you. I swear. I'm almost 40 years old. I swear I'll get the right English out. That's all I have for you guys today. So, in summary, Nancy Pelosi's missing. Multiple governments are resigning. For one reason or another. I just thought it was interesting because it just right before an inauguration. But this could be for a multitude of reasons. It could be because Trump's about to pull some stuff, or it could be because Biden is coming into power. I don't know. I don't know. But I just think that, there's some big transitions happening one way or the other, where nobody's heard or seen from Nancy Pelosi. Multiple governments are resigning. Tens of thousands of troops being staged in D.C., fully armed, ready to rock and roll. Helicopters flying all over the place, surrounding the area. People be on both sides, both parties telling citizens, you don't go anywhere near the Capitol. Don't go anywhere, or have any thoughts of trying to be present during the presidential inauguration process. And Trump's in Texas, visiting the Alamo. Of course he is. But that's all. I guess in 4 days we're going to see. Grab your popcorn. Grab your popcorn. I think so. I think we're gonna see some weird things. Maybe not as dramatic as just all the troops that were there to protect and safeguard the inauguration. Literally, switching the flipping the switch and arresting everybody. Maybe not that. So that would be interesting. That would be interesting. But yeah, and on top of that, just in close, just to throw a little side note in there, isn't it interesting that when Biden is days away from inauguration, that Governor Cuomo now does a complete 180, goes on record, gives a public speech about how vaccine or no vaccine, it is time to open the doors and get people back to work again. These draconian lockdowns are destroying mental health, destroying physical health, and is not overall conducive to the economic stability and the well-being of the people of New York. I'm paraphrased all of that, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. This is the dude, this is the Grim Reaper of New York, who put all kinds of crazy shit into place that killed all kinds of people in the name of protecting people from the virus. And now, when it's politically expedient, he does a complete 180 and says, okay, it's time for people to get back to work, time to open up these restaurants. Thanks for your cooperation in playing the game, but now you guys can go back to, and you know what's going to happen? The people of New York are going to be, they're so beat down and distraught that they won't even care that it's bullshit. They won't say, F you, Governor Cuomo, you're full of crap. They would be like, thank God, I don't care. Like, let's just get life back to normal again. And they'll just accept it. They'll just accept it. Mayor Lightfoot, I think yesterday, she said the same thing. Time to open the doors. Time to end the lockdowns. Mayor Lightfoot said the same thing. I tell you, man, these jokers are something else. They will spit and slap you right in your damn face. Say one thing to you and tell you it's for your health. Beat down your finances, beat down your mental health, beat down your physical health, all for political gain. And once they get what they want, will say, okay, carry on. Fuck you. I don't understand how would you, oh God, whatever. All right, I'm done. I'm about to get mad. Please like, share, subscribe. I will forever remain shadow banned. Stay safe, take care of yourself, be smart. Use your brain. Think. Always use your brain and think. Until next time, peace.